Garden of Terror, the first map. We are starting the playoffs, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Yep, let's go. It is a playoff time, and it's going to be good. And I need to get a little bit higher there. That is much, much better. Look at that. Like, handsome and in position, just in time. Professional caster, by the way. We're ready. X-Cup Winter Playoffs, finally. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this. We got a lot of games covered. This time we are spreading the playoffs out over 4 days instead of 3, so that we can cover everything and can also head into best of 5 mode a little bit earlier. So again, we have a best of 3 since we're starting in the first round, but we are moving into best of 5 shortly after that. Today we're kicking things off with Team Ash against Random Team. We got the top 8 in Europe playing against each other for the prize money of 4,000 euros, all provided by our anonymous... I'm missing the words right now. Our sponsor, our anonymous sponsor, Mr. X. I was looking for a different word though. It's like sometimes obviously my brain's a little bit scrambled there. But yeah, again, as I explained in the past, so we have a Heroes of the Storm fan that wants to stay anonymous, and he's been part of the scene for a long time, even before HGC started. Huge fan of the esports scene, and then when HGC died, he wanted to give back, he wanted to contribute, and that's why we have now X-Cup season after X-Cup season. We had a summer, fall, and winter. Now we have our winter playoffs, and yeah, it's going to be good. Last big tournament was the LAN in Miami, and it was awesome. Now here in the playoffs, we're going to have the Hardos participate, the Chili Donuts. We're going to have Team Wah. We have Team Ash playing here, of course, now too. And yeah, it should be a good one. Happy to see that Denado is playing. It wasn't quite sure if he could play today. Denado is the only Ukrainian on the team. So Team Ash is a Russian-Ukrainian team. Denado lives in Ukraine, and well, if you watch this on YouTube, this is literally the day where Russia started to invade Ukraine. So earlier there were some issues with his internet. There was a question, can he play, can he not play, what's going to happen? Happy to see him here, so we'll see how it goes for them today. They start things off with Bishops on Sylvanas, which is actually kind of interesting if you think about it. Bishops is known to lock in his Hanzo whenever he gets the chance to do so. But here on Garden of Terror, they want to go for a bit more split push aggression. So they have Sylvanas as the first pick, prioritizing her even higher than that. Whereas Hanzo then immediately gets picked up by Random Team. And we got Johanna for Makotzel. Garden of Terror, huge map obviously. Any kind of clear on camps is super important. Hogger, Rhaegar, they are both fantastic for exactly that purpose. I would not be surprised to see Falstad either picked or banned. We already had a ban on Dehaka. We had a ban on Brightwing. So let's see if one of the globals is being let through. Now, there's obviously also a couple of out-of-the-box heroes that you can choose if you want to have some global presence. Vikings are something that you can play here. Could go into a stage dive etc. Even a Samuro is technically in the cards. So there's a lot that you could do. And this is a map choice by Random Team. So Random Team, they decided they want to go to Garden of Terror. So maybe they have a bit of a pocket draft here. Something a bit crazy, a bit unorthodox. Anduin is the one that gets banned instead right now. Which is also already a little bit of an interesting touch. Maybe they're afraid of some kind of Anduin-Genji combo. They're usually the ones pulling that off. But Anduin obviously has also a lot of utility if you're trying to play with Varian. Anduin can negate the taunt quite nicely. Same is to an extent true for Leoric on the other side when the Entomb gets dropped, but I don't think we're going to see that here, given that Hogger is already picked by Morenas. And there's Leo now for them. The janitor in the house. Stukov as the support. And the moment of truth. Maitri and Denardo, the last two to pick for map number 1 at our first round in the winner bracket for the X-Cup Winter Playoffs. Let's go. I'm very, very happy today to support HGC, the Heroes gaming community. You might have heard of it. Still going strong in 2022. And there's Falstad. I'm still shocked that he wasn't banned. But since he wasn't banned, they pick him up, and that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. We get Murden together with it at the front line. That's a strong combo. Tracer comes in. She's hungry for some chicken and wants to take Sylvanas down a notch as well. If they can do it or not, different question. Garden of Terror, map number 1. X-Cup in the playoffs. They start right here. Let's go, everybody.
Battle begins
The battle begins! Team Ash against Random Team. The first round today in the X Cup Winter Playoffs. We're finally here. Double elimination. We're starting with the best of 3 in the first round, but as already explained previously, we're very quickly moving into the best of 5s. On the left side, we have Renella on Rega, Morenas on Hogger, Mitra and Sylvanas. She's going to split push a lot here, I'd assume. Bishops has switched over to Falstead, and we got Denado on Muradin. On the right side of the map, we got Makotzel on Johanna, Zeomek on Tracer, Gamerboy on Stukov, Bronick on Hanzo, and Ether is playing Leoric in the first game of the day. And yep, I am pretty hyped. So, here we have our Sylvanas push, but they already caught them very early, so not really a whole lot of damage done by Mitra yet, but it's obviously the standard move if you're playing with Sylvanas. You're trying to get at least one of the structures destroyed just a tiny little bit. In this case, we also have for Stukov the low blow on level 1, so going into the lurking arm build over here. Nothing too crazy. Once the 1 minute marks passes, we're going to have the camps up on the map. The teams are going to make a big effort trying to get as many of those, apply pressure onto the lanes. Talking about applying pressure, they're also applying a fair amount of pressure at the bottom of the map here, and that needs to be met with a rotation. And that is what we're currently seeing from Random Team. So they are coming in, they're starting to deal with all of this. Don't really have any shocking surprises here on the level 1. But as I mentioned during the draft, if you are playing on Garden of Terror, you really want to go for a lot of heroes that are great at clearing camps. Rhaegar, Hogger, Sylvanas, they're starting to deal with the first night camp immediately, as Muradin is trying to zone the opponent a bit. And that's already a bit of a problem for Random Team, so they made a bit of a mistake here right away. So instead of going for their own camp, they just postured around here at the bottom of the map, but they never really attacked. So they now just lost a lot of time. They allowed the opponent to take a camp, and they didn't get anything in that time frame. So it's already an advantageous situation for Team Ash. They have a camp and a slightly inexperienced, whereas Random Team doesn't have that. So that's already a plus for the blue team, and they're going to try and utilize that. And those are these little moves that over the period of time, it's going to bring you ahead. So already much better action around the camps from Team Ash, Random Team slightly behind. And obviously some people are going to point out that this is not really a big deal, and in and of itself it isn't. But if you make 4 or 5 of those actions, then it starts to really add up quickly. So normally, you really want to use time as a resource in this game and really deal with it and think, okay, what are we accomplishing while our opponent is going for a camp? If we don't take one ourselves, do we invade? What can we do here? Can we maybe get a kill? So we'll see how that's going to go. Their approach to attempt was a little bit ill-fated anyways. There was already a 4-man presence of the blue team there, and you have Bishops at the top lane with Falstead. He can also fly in, so that's always a bit tricky. Oh, that's a dead Tracer, yeah! Nice approach to go for Mitra. If you at least trade 1 for 1, then you're in a decent spot. But Tracer couldn't get the kill, and then Rega was the one that came in with the big bite and took her down. They obviously had the recall point in mind there and mapped that out for themselves. And now Ether is also in trouble. Leo activating his trait over here. Yeah, that is kill number 2. So things are starting to get a little bit awkward quickly. Thankfully for them, Makotzel and Gamerboy are nearby, so they can now take over at the top. Stukov obviously is having a little bit of a harder time walking away from this, but Tracer's back to business and trying to go for Rhaegar. Renella, oh, nice attempt of him to escape, but they're still chasing him. Zeomek is a little bit low. Mitra also gets dropped in HP, but they all get away. So yeah, nicely done. Tracer looking for the kill, at least applying pressure. Not quite getting the kill itself, but it's just half a level that divides the two teams right now. Now, we have level 7 already available for Team Ash. Muradin is still anchoring the top. Denado's just trying to be annoying right now. With success. Muradin always just hopping away. But now when we're looking at the camps again, it is the blue team that is making the moves a little bit quicker. Same is now happening, to be fair, on the right side of the map. Towards the top right, we're seeing the red team getting a siege tying camps on themselves. The first seed is also up on the map, so if you're looking to get the first set of Garden Terrors, then you can start to make your move onto it and collect number 1. But especially for Team Ash, they are the ones that will likely hit level 10 a bit sooner than their opponents, so they can just bide their time here and then make the play a bit later. Already Zeomek is starting to move back out here. And already up at the top, there's Bishops. Jojo is already clearing the side. I mean, this is one of the things where Jojo is even these days sometimes picked in a side lane position because her wave clear is really on par with most side laners. Oh, Rhaegar with another kill. Biting Stukov in the ass, and that is kill number 3. So things are looking better and better for Team Ashe. They're doing well here. And down to the bottom of the map, Tribute still up. The seed. Yeah, very innovative map mechanic. It's very unique. We haven't seen this anywhere else yet. So yeah, seed is already getting checked, nothing else, but as level 10 comes in, I'm pretty sure they're going to grab this one. And now as they're making a play for Ether, this looks like another kill. Yeah, I'm sorry bro, but that's not happening. He's not going to get away from those 4. So that's another kill on the Auric. That's the second time that he dies. It was only skin and bones in the first place, and then they just dropped him. No chance for him. But yeah, they go for the first fort, so they don't even bother with the seed. They're like, wait a second. What does this Garden Terror do at the end of the day? You can take forts down? We don't need this shit. You can just take it right away. So, well, there's that. Coming straight in with that. Tracer also in the meantime with a sleight of hand on level 7, by the way. Going a little bit off script here. Level 10 abilities are now available for them too. We have the Shockwave for Hogger, Ancestral. And there's the Arrow plus Blessed Shield for Jojo. So yeah, they got a couple of combos for sure. Cams are still taken. And just to give you guys a bit of an idea when we're talking about map control and all of this. Arrow, by the way, at the top, missed by Hanzo, and he gets attacked now too, so he gotta be careful. Bishops dodged the arrow. That was obviously the target here. Look at the mercenary experience between the two teams. Triple the amount for the blue team, for Team Ashe. Hanzo is dead. My try went in deep for that kill, and he gets out. Does he? No, maybe? Tracer is dead, and my try actually made it out of the fight. And now we're having Stukov and Jojo as the only survivors topside in an attempt to hold the line. 6 kills to 0 and a level lead. The fort at the bot lane has now been destroyed. Oh boy. And they're going for Stukov. He got gusted. Good fly by Bishops and a gust, and now they're stealing the opponent's camp away as well. Yeah, that is a lot of control for Team Ashe. Russian-Ukrainian team in full control of map number 1 at this point in the best of 3 series. We got Falstad playing the global on the map. I'm still surprised that he made it through the draft. It's a little bit boggling the mind if you think about it. The Haka got banned, but Falstad was allowed to be picked in the last slot position. Really a bit of a surprise, given how much control they now have with split push potential on Sylvanas and on Falstad. There's the level 13 talent already. Sylvanas with Remorseless. Leo coming in. Even if he drops an Entomb there, what are you going to do with it? There's not really a whole lot that he can do. The arrow comes out and misses completely. Hanzo with a long distance shot that just missed the target. Big lead in experience now, 1.5 levels. Bot lane, Falstad is doing what it does best. The fort is down, so there's a lot of space to work with. And that's what he is currently doing here. Taking siege giants down, working with that, trying to apply some pressure onto the bot keep wall. From a damage perspective, we had a couple of fights, but there's nothing too crazy happening. The fights and the kills were very surgical, I want to say, like very just bursty onto one single target. So we're not looking at any crazy damage numbers right now. 13,000 for Sylvanas, 16,000 for Hanzo. Second seed has now been picked up by a random team. So this is the one point in the game where things are looking a bit better for them. They are in a position where they now have 2 seeds, so they only need 1 more for an objective. If they get that and they get Garden Terrors in, then maybe they have a chance to take some structures down and equalize the score a little bit. But they definitely need to make that happen soon, because the problem for them is still that they are so far behind in experience that it eventually will become an even bigger problem. Another attempt. Bishops, yeah, he was thinking, you could see, he was thinking about rolling and going for the gust. Now here comes the arrow, bless shield. But Bishops is able to get the gust out, and that allows them to move away here. So good idea from random team, they had the right thought there, but it didn't quite work out. And now Hanzo dying in the middle. Leo also on the attack with Sylvanas. They're applying additional pressure now to the mid wall. And this is starting to get real nasty for random team real quickly. They're losing the outer line of defense. Ether is in trouble. Fort at the top has been very low for a long time now, and they're soon going to get there too. And once again, push in the middle as they are mercilessly applying the 2-level advantage. It's 8 kills to 0 right now, and they're looking at an early level 16 too. So that is not going to make 6 any easier. And the red team therefore reacts and is playing more aggressive. But Falset has now taken the top fort apart. Mirrodin not really the best one to trap in that. Ancestral is already out, so that's not a problem. And they are in trouble. Falset isn't here. He's going to fly in just a moment. And he has a chance for a gust as well. If he flies in, even if he gets dropped by the fort, that's going to be a lot of trouble. And there it is. There's the gust right there. There's the play. And now they are what we call in professional circles deep shit. But there's at least a counter kill. Leo dead. Tracer down. Hogger died. First kill for the team in red. 10 kills to 1 and level 16. Now as they're pushing, let's take another look at that little fly. So over here we are at that point. Falset is making his move, flies in, gets the gust, and that sets them up for that push that now ends with a fort in the mid lane being destroyed here. So nicely done and well played by Bishops and Falset. He first destroyed the fort at the top, then he saw an opportunity to influence the team fight, went for it, and allowed them to get a kill. Hogger died. But well, he needed a shower anyways, so now he's back to the Nexus. Still the 2 seeds, the first one now for the blue team, currently taken by Team Ash. And they've taken down every single fort. Every single fort has been destroyed. Still no level 16 for random team, it's an entire level. And of course, the map is now currently being painted blue. With them having a talent advantage that's this significant, they can easily try and steal some of these camps away. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Siege Giants are already taken. And random team, they come in with the arrow. They're really trying to go for the kill here, and they might just get it. Mirrodin in trouble, and Denado is down. Hogger wasn't here. It was a 5v4. And in that situation, if you're outnumbered, even the level 16 advantage doesn't necessarily win you the battle. So now random team with some aggression on their end is trying to get a bit closer. They go for Hogger, and he turns it. Oh boy, that did not go as intended. Nope. They're losing a third, so it's a 4v5, and they're just losing way too much ground here. That's 3 that just died. Hanzo is trying to escape. In comes Falstad, and the birdie is able to take Hanzo down. Nicely done. Yeah, great fight for them here. So this was all the choke point situation, initiated by Leo as he drops the Entomb, but that choke point didn't really help them. So a quick kill, and now they can push through the bot lane. They have 2 camps here, by the way, that they're currently utilizing. And the first keep of the game is gone. Now the good news is that we have a level 16 for random team. But boy, do they have a mountain to climb here. 2 kills to 14. Let's try to get back from this. It's not going to be easy by any means. Oh no. They're going to have a really rough time on this one, I suppose. Already Tracer, she's still trying to nibble around the edges. She has 22,000 damage so far. Not really a whole lot. Needs to get some more out there. Another camp has been claimed. Bot lane is still pressuring slightly. And of course now at the top we have even more pressure coming in. It really comes down to the Garden Terrors. If they can maybe get the Garden Terrors and then try and make a play. I like it. A little bit of a move here by Stukov trying to prevent them coming in from the side and interrupting with an ability. So here come the Garden Terrors. They're already in. This one must be pissed. I mean, he's all the way on the right. So he's like, the fuck? I can't even attack anybody. I'll need to deal with minion waves. Are you guys kidding me? I want some action. I wanted a little bit of party. I wanted to go for some structures. You launched me all the way at the bottom right? Yeah, I would be annoyed too. There's something that people don't think about. Garden Terrors, they are plants too. Oh, less shield. Arrow! Get wrecked! Sylvanas. Hashtag no my war chief. She's down, but so is Hanzo. Hanzo is dead, and oh, the birdie, he goes for it. Leo is dead. They are cleaning house now, aren't they? They go for Gamer Boy, he's down. Stukov dead. They try to go for the next kill. Mark Hotzel dies. Team Ash, they're going through random team like hot butter through cheese as they are dropping one hero after another. They lock in the level 20 talents, which gives us the Farseer's blessing. And now the push down through the bottom of the map. Yeah, and whenever we have that talent chosen, a quick shout out here to Robin Hobb, guys. If you want to read some decent fantasy, Farseer's Apprentice, write it down. Get the books, they're really good. Not the best fantasy series in the universe, but a very solid one, very good one. Can heavily recommend it. Very, very good series. Robin Hobb, Farseer's apprentice. That must be a bit of an homage. I mean, yeah, we got some Farseers in World of Warcraft 2 and in Warcraft 3, but still, I call that an homage. Anyways, 18 kills to 3, so 21 kills in total. Not a bad record. The bad news for Random Team is that most of those kills were made by the blue team. And they have still a 2.5 level lead. So, there we go. The big point is really that now Team Ash needs to capitalize on that advantage. If you're that heavily ahead, you can't just like sit there and not give a shit. You need to at least make some plays. Oh, look at this! Bishops get saved by Rhaegar. And now they're going for the fight again. Uh-oh, Gamer Boy is down! They kill Stukov. And now they go also for Tracer. Stormbolt to the face. She's gonna need some dental work. And that's the kill as the cavalry is dead again. Easy done. And now the question, of course, how do they deal with this? Do they go there straight for the core? Do they try and take down another keep? Seems like Leo is trying to slow them down a little bit. That's not happening. Leo dead again. And already we're having the core under attack. Siege Giants moving in. Catapults are on the move, getting destroyed here. Core slowly losing some of the shields, but not quickly enough, honestly. And they gotta make the choice here. 13 seconds until Stukov is back. There's only 2 defenders right now. So they're going for the core. Seems like they're going to try and lock in win number 1 in this best of 3 in the winner bracket. Jojo is down too, so she gets murdered. And, well, that is the end of game 1, I suppose. 40% on the core. And, yeah, with the Mighty Gust and the Wind Tunnel, they're locking in the victory. That's GG, that's game. Team Ash with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 at the X-Cup Winter Playoffs. Locking in the W on Garden of Terror. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Towers of Doom! Second time that we find ourselves in the draft. One of the players had some internet problems, disconnected for a second, but is now back to business, so we're all still Gucci. Now, we already had the first wave of bans coming through, so I can already spoiler that Bishops is not going to get his Hanzo. We're not going to see Dehaka and we're not going to see Blaze here. Those were the next 2 that were really important to mention on Towers of Doom. And it was actually very interesting to see that Hanzo was denied very early. Bishops obviously is fantastic on the hero, so that's why a lot of teams ban him directly. We also had, interestingly enough, a white main ban, clearly targeting the support player of Random Team. Not a hero that you would usually ban here. But let's see what our first pick is going to be in the second game. Because game number 1 was very, very strong by Team Ash. They had a great draft. They played the map perfectly. They used Falstad on the side lane. Sylvanas on the other side. She's by now picked up by Random Team. And therefore, we need to have a different strategy from Team Ash here. Now on the support side, Rhaegar is still up. You could go for a Stukov combination if you're trying to go for any kind of sniper composition. We have with Blaze being banned, a very strong side lane already gone. The Haka, of course, on Towers of Doom also absolutely excels. And what they are doing, at least for now, they are relying on Brightwing and Lunara. So we have at least some global presence for Team Ash. Falstad is still up, so he could be taken by Random Team. If not, might be something that is addressed in the next ban phase. So Random Team, they have to really think through how do we want to approach this, how we're going to deal with all of this right now. And that also means what kind of support are you going for? They go for Rhaegar, they go for Johanna, so a very solid front line, good support as well. But that leaves Falstad up for the taking. And if game number 1 has been any indication, then you know that Falstad in the hands of Team Ash is strong. Not only do we have several players that can play him well and have a big impact in a team fight. The gusts that we saw from Bishops were great, but at the same time, Towers of Doom is one of those maps where any side lane pressure can really help you. Having the global during a triple altar phase helps you obviously as well. Genji gets banned, so they want to make sure that Bambi is not going to get attacked too much. But yeah, that could also be a good indication that Falstad is on the menu. Because in case you didn't know, Genji likes chicken. He likes chicken. If he sees the chicken on the other side, whew, you can't stop him. It's like, yep, he just goes for it. Bishops doesn't pick it, leaves it open. Alright. We got Urel and we get a Nubarak. An oldie but goldie composition. A lot of mobility, a lot of momentum too. And, well, that's also heavy engage with the Nubarak alone. They need one more map win and they move on to the next round, which is a best of 5, by the way. So once that we're in the winner bracket semifinals, we're switching to best of 5s. Deathwing. And Sonya. The Eminem of the Nexus is in the house. Yeah, Eminem doesn't fool anybody with that shit. Puts on an orange wig and thinks we don't recognize him. I mean, come on, dude. Be real for a second. Last pick, Bishops. What are we going to see? Is it going to be a chicken play? Are we going to see Falstad here? A bit of global pressure? Or are we going to go down a different path? Deathwing on the other side. For Bronick, House of Doom is our second map as we're heading into this. So, it's the bird. It is the bird once again. Falstad, everybody. Map number 2. Let's go. Team Ash against Random Team. Team Ash against Random Team. We got Renella on Brightwing, Morenas on Urel, Bishops on Falstad, Denardo on Nubarak, and Maitrai is playing Lunara. As on the right side of the map, we got Random Team with Makotzel on Jojo, Ether on Sonya, Gamer Boy on Rhaegar, and Bronick on Sylvanas with the Zeomech on Deathwing. Coming in with a Molten Blood. Okay. Let's see if there's a 2-0 victory in the future of the blue team, or if they have to fight on the third map. Sylvanas already moving slowly down to the bottom of the map, trying to get some tower pressure on, as usual. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I like it. I'm really happy about the playoffs this time. I really gotta tell you, the 4-day solution I think is absolutely perfect. We're gonna get way more games in for you guys as an audience, but also it's better for the players. We're gonna spread things out a little bit, and it's gonna be a fantastic lead into the weekend. Talking about leading into something, we're leading into game number 2, and it seems like they might have overstepped a little bit too hard, but nope, Gamer Boy gets away. They overstayed their welcome slightly with the Sylvanas pushed down at the bottom of the map, but look at Bronick. They're going for Bambi. Yeah, the dinner plate is dead. Dinner has been served, and it's a oh dear. The birdie gets out. Bishops is able to escape. Oh, Sonya! Slam, baby! No spin to win. No! How did that happen? That didn't look too bad for the red team. It really didn't. It felt like they could get a few more kills, and then this little slaughter down here played out right in front of us. Forced Sonya, didn't rely on the spin to win. The kill on her, and then of course the follow-up with Rhaegar dying as well. That was just a little bit too much for them to handle. 3 kills to 1 in favor of Team Ash right from the get-go. They take the camp, and now the big question, do they invade? And it seems like they will. They already move over, and they're saying, all your camps belong to us. So they steal this one too, and oh, that hurts. Both camps claimed by them. Brightwing now moving in, and Jojo gotta be careful. She needs to get away from this. Rhaegar is going for a bit of a bite. Deathwing is coming down to help them out as well. I like that skin. Yeah, looks good, looks good. Gonna go for the black Deathwing here. Me likey. But of course, it's a great start for Team Ash. You have an early lead by half a level. You've taken the extra pumpkins. Urel is already now looking topside to take another camp for them, so that's pretty good too. And yeah, it's actually pretty interesting here. What can they do in the mid lane now? Brightwing going for the dream shot. No magic spit this time. A little bit less disgusting than the usual Brightwing builds, but yeah. And Benjamin Blümchen over here. Terror! With a molten flame. Honestly, Deathwing, every single time he goes for the big one. That's kind of funny. But yeah, triple altar phase. So the first objective is already up. Now with the pumpkins escorted in topside, we're going to see a bit of damage done here. Ether is going far out. They want to go for Bishops. He's able to escape, or so I thought. And then I saw Jojo coming in from the side. Brightwing trying to help out, but she's a bit delayed. So the bird is dead. The chicken wings have been served back into the KFC basket for our boy. And that is a kill that comes at the perfect moment in time. Denardo is going for the interrupt, and they're going for the doggy. Problem is that nobody's fighting for this one, so this is usually what you're fighting for, because this is too easy to defend for the blue team. So chances are that despite the kill that came at a really good moment in time, Team Ash will eventually get that altar. Especially since Bronick is also rushing away here. Yeah, he's gonna get interrupted. There it is. Waits as long as possible. And now they have to face the music. And keep in mind, as long as this lasts, it could be happening around level 7. There's already the molten flame, and boom, down goes Sonya. Mom spaghetti, baby. Eminem is down. 4 kills to 2, and the altar, as already called out earlier, will now be taken by the blue team. It's just too easy to defend it if it's on the left side here. You gotta be a bit farther ahead if you really want to make a play there. Either way, already 2 kills early on for Random Team. That's much better than the start they had in game number 1. So there's definitely some more potential on this one. But we'll see. We currently already got Renella over here. We got Falstead now slowly coming in as they're looking to invade another camp. Okay, yes, here we go. They're trying to push for it. They're really still thinking about it, aren't they? They're like, do we want this? How badly do we want this? And I was like, yeah, alright, let's take it a little bit easier today. Oh, get him, my boy! He's in trouble! And he might just get out of this one. Denardo instead gets attacked, immediately moving away here, and is able to survive too. So yeah, a lot of battles happening down at the bottom of the map, but so far it hasn't cost anyone their lives. No kills for either team. Random Team is able to move out, but so is Team Ash. The Russian-Ukrainian team here trying to apply more pressure at the bot lane as they're heavily invading, trying to take the bell tower down. Sylvanas, on the other hand, is fantastic when it comes to stopping these waves, and that's exactly what she's currently doing. So we got the next altar up, and this time it's a solo altar at the bot lane. 15,000 damage, by the way, for Lulnara. We got 10,000 for Sylvanas, as she is continuously looking to do a bit more work here. Falstead is currently still sitting all the way up at the top, helping out Morenas a little bit. And they are making a play for Ether, who might have gone a little bit too deep. There's the slow, there's the jump, there's the push. And Ether gets away. That was nearly a body block of death. That could have been the end of her. But, in this case, Sonya survives. And, Brightwing. Yeah, Denardo. The save is in, but there's the stun. Good Iron Skin. Morenas, he's down. The dog comes in for the bite, and the big red wolf gets a big bite of goat. The space goat is dead, but the doggy gets punished a second later. So, yeah, bird against dog. Surprising result. And it seems like Sylvanas is also down. The typical Russian aggression that we have from Team Ash is also coming into play over here. They got their level 10, and of course they are able to utilize it pretty much immediately to take themselves another altar and therefore a few shots with a fly towards the top. It seems like Ether is also in trouble. Gust has already been used. Can they get the kill? Oh, not like this! Oh, that one hurt. Sonya gets eliminated. Yeah, we take another look at this one. This one hurt. First, the defense looked really good, and she's able to get away slowly but steadily. Then they have level 10. She quick picks, but the hammer came in and got dropped. Sonya down, and the cooldown also used. Oh boy, that was, yeah. That doesn't feel good. That just simply doesn't feel good, honestly. So, by now, we got 7 kills to 3. We got 36 points on the core against 28. Makotzel has sniffed out that there's a camp about to be taken at the top. But he's all alone, and he's not going to be able to hold this unless someone helps him. The rest of the team is busy at the bottom of the map. So, yeah, there it is. Already, we got our play. Renella. Oh, Denardo. Okay, he's coming back out, and Renella was able to escape with a blink heal. Good for him. They're still trying for a kill in the middle, and it seems like Jojo's having some real trouble here. But there is, thankfully for her, some assistance coming. Very early ult on Morenas, but he is able to get out of it. So far so good. Another stun from Anubarak as they're making the next quick play here. Yeah, they are still a level ahead. 7 kills to 3. But this is still, you can still recover from that position. Random Team, they are a little bit newer when it comes to the X-Cups and their playoffs. So they're not as experienced as Team Ash. But they are learning, they're getting better. But of course, Team Ash has been unstable throughout the entire season. They've done a great job here and established a position within the top 4. So early rounds of the tournaments usually going as usual here. Alright, one trade on the left for the altar on the right. 4 shots against 4. Down on the bottom of the map they can still pressure and push, but there's a level 13 that they now have as well that they can build on. So the advantage is definitely there. Yeah, Bishops gets interrupted again. Deathwing is just fucking annoying at some point, isn't he? Like, Deathwing can be so annoying, so there's another interrupt, but this time Bishops is able to get the shots fired. It's one of the reasons why we have for a long time seen Deathwing just being a staple on this map, because he can be so annoying with it. Sonya, again, just jumping out. Very little impact so far. Use it more as an escape tool than anything else, but oh dear. Oh dear, Mitra is in trouble, but he gets out. Yeah, he needed to be very careful. In that situation, you can pay dearly if you make a mistake. So Lunara, she's safe, but it seems like the Ancestral comes too late, and therefore Jojo is down. Jojo eliminated, and here comes the next kill. It's not only Johanna that dies. Denardo, yeah, he comes in, he's like, yeah, Russia's not the only ones that can be aggressive. I can make that play as well. I mean, Team Ash has been aggressive throughout every single qualifier. It's what we love about this team, that they're just going always ham. And in this case, Denardo said, diving into a fort? How am I here, boys? I'm ready for this one. But yeah, they had his back immediately, opened up the wall here, and with that, we now have, of course, 11 kills to 3, heavily ahead, 2 levels ahead, and nearly level 16. So, if this trend holds up, then we are going to eventually see bell towers fall, and this is starting to become problematic for Random Team. You can see that Team Ash is really, really pushing to win this with a 2-0 to move on to the next round of the winner bracket. The evolution of Team Ash is always interesting to me. I mean, this team has existed for ages, in different constellations. It was always a mix of like Russian and Ukrainian players. They always were very aggressive in their playstyle. That has never changed. But they literally changed the acronym. Oh, there's the leap. Yeah, they literally changed the acronym. So it used to mean Arthur's Stroitram, which is Russian for Arthur's builds a temple, so a little bit of an homage. And now they just changed it to "Ah shit, here we go again." Which is just fantastic, honestly. So yeah, a little bit of self-reflection there. The altar taken by Bambi at the bot lane. There's another one that she can also grab, and she's already on her way. So yeah, 16 talents are in play now with the epicenter on level 16. Second altar claimed, and that puts the red team down to 16 points. So literally half of what we're seeing for Team Ash. And off we go. Morenas is in. Yeah, they're going to go for the bottom bell tower. Bot lane is the most important one on this map for multiple reasons. The most important one is that you have a double pumpkin camp that pushes through the bot lane. So if you control it completely, you can try and get some damage done to the opponent's core with pumpkins alone. But you also make it very difficult for your opponent to access the bottom altar if you take that away. Gust saving Denardo, at least trying to. And nicely done, Denardo. Able to escape here. Well played by him. And off we go. Triple altar phase coming up. And that is... I mean, look at all these bell towers that we have now for the red team. We're having this one less than half HP. This one has taken a little bit of damage, not too much. By the way, next battle, they're trying to go for the birdie again, but they can't claim him. And down at the bottom of the map, this one has also suffered quite a bit of damage. So there's definitely a chance that we're going to see some conversion happening very, very soon here. But okay, for now, we got the tunnels open. We got level 16 any second for Random Team. Good for them. 33,000 damage for Sylvanas. We got 43,000 for False Step. Yeah, Bishops is having impact here. He has more damage than Lulnara at this point. Oh, and the dog gets deleted. I don't know what Rhaegar did. He must have insulted Nuburak at some point. You're just a big cockroach, baby. And now they just went in and murdered him. Yeah, these guys were angry. Oh my god. They really wanted him. So I would assume that we are at least seeing a Random Team drop into the single digits. If the counter aggression at the top. Blessed Shield. Ult has already been used. Brightwing is coming in, trying to help out. Lunara is taking the bot lane. Hoppity hop. And the Space Goat gets out and lets the Fruit Fly die. Yeah, that's how you make the play. Let that Fruit Fly die and just save yourself, Urel. I totally agree. Only a dead Brightwing is a good Brightwing. Trashwing is eliminated, but the altar is taken. Now Aether is going to get one. Urel has taken the one at the bottom. And they're taking this one in just another second. But the fight at the top is still ongoing. Bishops! Yes, this time. Look at Random Team. All of a sudden, they're making some power plays here. They got Brightwing, they got Falstad. Anything with wings, apparently, is on the list right now. But the bottom bell tower got now taken. And, yep, here comes the aggression. This is the thing about this team. Team Ash, they are look at them. They are literally outnumbered by 2 and they just don't give a shit. They just they still keep attacking. This is what makes this team so entertaining. It might not always be the smartest play, but it's definitely entertaining as hell. But they won't be able to win that fight in the long run, so Deathwing is finally able to channel the altar through. The 3 shots get fired, drop them down to 25. So yeah, so much for they're gonna drop down into the single digits. That's not happening. Nope. They might even get a bell tower out of this one. Maybe not quite. Somebody gets close. Mitra is coming in from the sides. 96 stacks also from our bird. So yeah, the birdie is looking good here. And Lulnara is moving back down to the bottom of the map to try and claim another camp, I guess. Hobbity hop, baby. Fawcett is there with them. Big jump, big leap. They are formatting this. Brightwing, nice! This was played well. I like that. That was actually well done. So what they did there is they waited with the Blessed Shield until Brightwing came in. Check the timing out. So first here comes the leap, as you can see. And now look for this. Jojo is waiting until Brightwing is there, then drops the shield, and then they can get both. So they're literally killing Urel and Brightwing in that situation. And they're getting a bit of momentum. They're still far behind, don't get me wrong, but they're closing the gap in experience a bit. It's 20 versus 19. We got finally also level 20 talents. And that's pretty cool. I really want to see what if they maybe can bring this slowly back. It's 4 battle towers to 4. They also took the one at the top. They still need to deal with those pumpkins. And on this map, it's all about the late game, right? So momentum in the late game really, really helps you. If you start to get a lot of momentum by taking your opponent's bell towers, you can do a lot here. Very, very easily. As death timers increase, there is more that you can do with every single kill. Boss is still up, so let's keep that in mind. We have level 20 on both sides now. So the upgrade for Jojo, Farsia's Blessing is in too. We got the Radiating Faith. Push in the middle of the map. 5 bell towers to 3. Little advantage currently for Random Team on that end. They're trying for another kill, and there's the leap. Denado made it out. Farsia's Blessing. Oh, the value. The value. Did you see that? Rhaegar with mad value on the 20. Now they go for the kill. Bambi is dead again. Boys, are we looking at a comeback here? Brightwing is about to die again, but Sylvanas, the counter kill. And in comes that typical aggression from the Russian team as they're looking for more. They get Sonya. And they come in for Gamer Boy with another quick kill. Morenas! Morenas! Careful over here! Ooh! And he gets out. A little bit of a blink heal. They try to make the play for Deathwing. Deathwing turns into Deadwing. Transitions quickly. Now we got one more altar. So what can they do? Boss is 4. The altar is currently 3. With that it makes 4. Yeah, they won't be able to end here. But they can definitely drop it low. So if they go for boss as well, currently it's only Jojo that's still here. Everybody else is currently dead, but they are starting to go for the bot lane too. They have plenty of time still. So they can get this and then go for the altar. But I'm not so sure. Not like this. Jojo, no! No!
Nope.
Why would you do this? You're the only one. What do you think you can do here? Get a kill as Johanna? Just stay the fuck away from them. Stay away from them. Just don't die. It's literally your only job. I know it's sometimes difficult to just have the patience there, but that wasn't the play. Brightwing with the channel. They're getting both of the camps at the same time. The shots are fired. 5 in total. Down into the single digits. 7 points. Top side, Morenas. He is gonna take another bell tower. And yeah, this is problematic. Oh boy. This is not how you want to deal with this. So what do we have now? Denardo. He's claiming this one. As you can see at the bot lane, they're still trying to fight back. 5 bell towers to 3. Boss is getting attacked up at the top. They got the vision, obviously, bot side, so they can take this one easy peasily. We have bishops in the mid lane applying additional pressure on all of this. 135 stacks also for Falstad. He's top damage in the game. 71,000 for him. Way ahead of Lulnara. And now with the boss claimed, they're going to drop them down to 3 points. So, yeah, that's all that they got here. So here we have it. Easy. 3 points to 25. And of course, if you are a random team, you cannot lose a fight anymore. You have to posture, you have to be aggressive, you have to get kills, and you have to get momentum. There's just no other way in these situations. But okay, Urel is moving slowly towards the top. We have 17 kills to 8 in total now. Yeah, our girl is here. Sonya has to be very cautious. If she makes the wrong rotation and is too aggressive in that and runs straight into a bush, she could die, and that would likely be the end of the game. Of course, random team, if they lose this series, they are not out of the tournament. This is a double elimination system. They would drop down into the losers bracket, where they have another chance to make their plays. Team Ash trying to prevent that third map from happening. First round of the tournament, as already mentioned. Best of 3 series here. Here's the channel. 5 bell towers to 3. Interrupt is in. This is it. This is for all the marbles, everybody. This is where you have to make your play. Ronek. Okay, there's the arrow. And they cannot get... Oh, the leap! The leap! Bambi is dead. The leap saved the day for them. They were able to kill Lunara after all. And now they get the altar. I like it. They are really fighting back. Look at this. Shots fired. Yes, they only get 3, but they stay alive to fight another day. And they're immediately attempting to use the numbers advantage to move to the bottom of the map and take the bell tower. That was clutch, though. That was really clutch. Imagine for just a moment that they are using their ults there and they don't get the kill. Oh, that would have been a problem. Sylvanas with a really nice Wailing Arrow follow-up to make sure that nobody could escape. But Falset is still pushing the side. They got some pumpkins in. It's 4 bell towers to 4. Yeah, and pumpkins are obviously a big problem now, because if you get a full pumpkin set through, then it's just over. Oh, Ether! Alive! Went straight for his 20 here with the Ignore Pain, and that saved his ass. But now they're also trying to take another bell tower, and honestly, if they get this one too, then Team Ash is starting to fall significantly behind on the bell towers. The pumpkins also make it in. That's another 3 shots fired right here, putting it down to 19. Top is taken, so that is now in total 5 bell towers to 3. Yeah, not too bad. So they're starting to do their thing. Can you imagine? 9 kills to 17. They're trying to reclaim this. It's a double altar on the next one. Diablo. Deathwing. Starts with a D. Starts with a D. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, so that Deathwing drops in from above. But yeah, that's a double altar. And now you gotta cover your bases. Don't forget about the wind tunnel. If they can, with Cocoon and wind tunnel, create a bit of space, they can maybe even cheese one altar. Not likely, but it can happen. Don't pay attention to the bot lane for a second, and Falsa can fly in and claim it as well. That's why we're having Sonya immediately attempting the channel here, trying to get the first one out of the way. But the fight is immediately starting up. Uh-oh, that's a really early Ancestral. That is rough. And they go for the kill. Ancestral is out. That's a problem. The leap! And this time the Mighty Gust saves her. Nice. That, on the other hand, is a problem. Gamer Boy is stunned by all of this ferocity that we're seeing from Team Ash. And that is bad news. Seems like the red team, random team, they're not going to make it here, are they now? Numeric advantage for Team Ash. They're coming in with another stun, a kill, a double. Make it a triple, baby. They go for Deadwing, and they go for the 5-man team wipe. As they drop the entire team, the channel is happening, and that is lights out. As Team Ash takes it with a 2-0 and moves on to the next round of the winner bracket at the X Cup Winter Playoffs. GG, well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.